Hi guys, this is Ahana and this is Ollie. Sorry, Ollie's chin looks very brown. This is because for breakfast he had wet food and it just stained all over his chin. And this is Bozo. Hi Bozo. Hi. And sorry about the way I look. I know I have a bunch of glitter on my head, and that's because last night I was doing an art project for school and I got a bunch of glitter on my head. And the reason why we haven't been posting in a really long time is because Ollie and Bozo had their surgery. Bozo, I know you're hungry. Hold on. Shh, wait. Come on. Ollie and Bozo just had their surgery a little while ago, and it took like 3 weeks for them to heal, so we couldn't make any videos because then they would be very annoyed. But now they're all good and healthy, so now we can start making videos again. He's so hungry right now, he's getting mad at Ollie. And Bozo is now 7 months old, and Ollie is 9 months old. Shh, no. Today is Friday, and Friday night is pizza night for me and my family. So I thought, why not make pizza for Ollie and Bozo, but the dog-friendly version, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. So I have a bunch of veggies. You can use any veggies that your dog likes or what you want your dog to eat. I'm using chicken, but you can use any type of meat that you want for your dog. And for the base or the crust, I'm using oatmeal. I crushed it up in a blender and now it's like a oatmeal powder. And I have 1 raw egg, which we mix with this to make the crust. And also I'm gonna be using cheese, but if your dog is lactose intolerant, which means they can't have dairy, then you shouldn't use cheese. But Ollie and Bozo are not lactose intolerant, so this is why I'm using cheese. And before you make everything, make sure to preheat your oven on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, now let's get started. First, I'm gonna be making the dough, and I'm just gonna use a bit of the oatmeal powder. That's good enough. And now I have the raw egg already cracked. I'm using it with the yolk. Now you have to mix with your hands, but since I'm making it for my dogs, I wash my hands before all of this. So now, as you can see, it's proper dough, like it's in a hard formation. This is a very good consistency. This is how you know when you're done. Now I'm going to take a little platter and I'm gonna put it on here. But if you want, you can spray some olive oil, not too much, just a little bit, onto the surface. That's good. Too much oil isn't good for dogs. And now I'm going to flatten it out on here. We want it thin crust. Now I think the crust is ready. And now I'm going to be making the sauce, but I need to put this aside. Now I'm gonna make my sauce, and for that I'm gonna be using just a little bit of spinach and some tomatoes because Ollie and Bozo love tomatoes, and it's really good for their skin and their fur. It adds a little bit of shine. First the spinach, then the tomatoes. Ollie! Aww, Ollie's so hungry that he fell asleep. Now I'm going to blend it all. What's wrong? Oh, it's not plugged in. smells so good. And it tastes good too. So now I'm gonna add everything onto the dough. First the sauce, just a little bit, not too much. Then I'm going to spread it around. I think I'm gonna need a little more. I think that's good. I think this is good. Now I'm going to add my carrots. It's shredded carrots. Just a little bit. This is good. Now I'm going to add some. Oh, and before you put on the dough, I sprayed a little bit of olive oil onto the tray. I'm gonna add some broccoli. This looks so colorful. That's good. Now I'm going to be adding my chicken, but you can use any type of meat you want. I'm gonna be adding a lot of chicken because Ollie and Bozo love chicken. And I cut them up into small pieces because big pieces, they can't swallow that well. And I think that's good. And now, time for the cheese. But remember, if your dog is lactose intolerant, which means they can't handle dairy properly, you don't have to add cheese. But I'm gonna be adding a little bit of cheese because Ollie and Bozo aren't lactose intolerant. Very little, just for flavor. I think that's good. Okay, now the oven is set to 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. Now I'm going to be placing it inside the oven. Okay, I'm gonna put it in there for about 10 minutes and I'll show you guys once it's been about 10 minutes and now let's check on the pizza. It smells so good. Wow. It looks so good and it smells good. It looks so tasty. Now I'm going to cut it up into small pieces. I don't think it's gonna cut. I'll cut it when it's a little more cooler. It smells amazing and it looks super tasty. So now I cut it up into small pieces and you guys saw it wasn't cutting. I thought the dough was hard, but just the corners and edges are hard, but the middle piece is very soft. I'm gonna try a bite. The dough is so soft and the chicken is so juicy. Everything's well cooked. I really like it. Now I'm going to be putting it into their bowls, small little pieces, because they can't eat big pieces by themselves. So I'm just going to mush it a little bit before feeding them. I think that should be good. We'll give them more later if they still feel hungry. Now I just crushed the pizza into little pieces and put them in their bowls, and both of them just ran into the kitchen. Bozo's super hungry, and now time to give them their food. Pizza! Here's your bowl. Wow, Bozo likes it a lot. Oh, and Ollie's also eating. Bozo, is it tasty? Do you like pizza? Ollie, here, let me feed you. Oh, slow down, Bozy. I know you like it, but slow down. I'm so happy that Ollie and Bozo are still eating, and they're still eating. Bozo's almost done. He really loves it. It took a little time to make, but I'm still so happy that they loved it. Please make sure to try this recipe because I know your dog will love it. It's super tasty and healthy for them. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And there's more videos like this where I make food for my dogs and a bunch of other videos. There's a playlist of all of them up here. And bye!